I'm going to call this practice yoga for when you're having a bad day. One of those days where things aren't maybe quite the way that you would like, you can't get out of your head, you feel stuck in your body. This is going to be a vinyasa free flow, so if you're newer to a practice or you want to keep some weight off of your hands, this will be a really great flow for you, but it's just going to allow our practice to meet us. No striving after anything, no fancy peak poses, just a free and easy way to move some stuck energy in and out and in, around and out of our body. So let's start with our breath in child's pose. Child's pose isn't comfortable. Just hover in a table or come onto your belly. Head releasing down, centering toward the earth. Recognizing that you made the choice to come to this place, to move, shift around a little bit so you don't have to stay stuck. Breathing really big into the back body, into the sides of the ribs, and into the front of the chest. And again, this is a vinyasa free flow today, starting to shift forward into a table, moving through some cats and cows. So lots of standing poses to ground ourselves, to find our balance, our center, so that from that place we can find freedom, release from tension. And cow pose as your belly drops down, space in the front of the heart. And cat pose, fingers spread, pressing down, space between the shoulder blades. Find one more round. And then coming back to a neutral spine, shift your left hand a little bit forward so you can secure the arm into the shoulder socket and open up into a low supported side plank. Right hand can reach up. It can drape forward. It can stay glued down to your right hip. Right foot can stay down or lifted. Option to bend the knee, bringing the heel in towards the glute. Maybe even the top hand reaches back for the knee, open into the front line of the right hip. Torso long through the tailbone, find the heart opening. Release the right side, coming back down to center, back down to your table, and then just supporting with the right hand, right knee. Easy, open up into the left side, take the arm wherever you'd like today. Take the left leg wherever you would like today. Letting your intention be, this practice will meet you where you are right now. Let it be that easy. Starting to release back down out of the left side, slowly coming back down to center. One last cow and cat. Inhale, belly drops down. Exhale, arch it up, cat pose. And then just make your way up to the top of the mat. So try and resist the urge to go through a downward facing dog. See if you can find another way to get there. Maybe just slowly starting to find your balance, coming up in reverse from a low squat all the way up to stand. Finding your center, your space up at the top of the mat. Palms press at your heart center. Heels are directly under your hips or big toes touching. Long through the whole back body line, feel the support through the front. Take a big breath in, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. In, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. One more. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, really focus with the breath. Take a big breath in through your nose. A little pause once you get to the top if you realize you can fill up any more. Take in any last little bit of breath through your nose. And then when you're ready, big exhale to your mouth, hands down by your sides. If your eyes fluttered closed, come back open. Find this really solid gaze. Your drishti, your focus, any point that's in front of you. And then stay rooted through your right foot. Start to float the left knee up. If your balance is off today, maybe that foot can just hover with the toe on the ground. If you feel secure, lift it up a little higher. And then step it back towards a crescent lunge. Hips are fairly squared off towards the front. Arms reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, start to straighten both legs to any extent. Maybe the back heel touches down, fold down over the right leg. Inhale, back up, crescent. Exhale, fold down, breathe into the right hamstrings. Inhale, back up, crescent. Exhale, fold back down. Breathe back up into your crescent lunge. And then come back up to floating the left knee up in towards your chest for a breath. And then drop that left foot down, bring the right knee up. Step back into a warrior 2. So foot is maybe close to 90-ish degrees. Right hand back, gazing out over your left fingertips. And then reverse your warrior, right hand on the back leg, left arm reaches back. And then float it into a side angle. Forearm can come onto the thigh, right arm to the sky or arc it forward. Take it back again, reverse. Into a side angle. One more time to reverse it. Breathe into the left ribs. And then take it back into your side angle. And then come upright. Bring your hands back behind your head. Keep the left knee bent. 3 little oblique crunches. Crunch left elbow down towards the left thigh. Bring it back up. Press into the right pinky toe. 2 more times. Crunch down. Breathe it back up. 1 more time. Crunch down. And breathe it back up. Reverse triangle. Right hand down your back leg. Left arm up. Straighten the left leg. And then flow into a triangle. Left hand down. Right arm up. Flow back to your reverse triangle. Flow back forward into triangle. Maybe a tiny micro bend in the left knee. Let the energy move through the joints. Come back up, reverse. And then come back, triangle. And then bring your hands down around your front foot. Curl the right toes under. Drop that knee down on the ground. Come into a low lunge. Back toes can be curled under or foot flat on the ground. Whatever arm variation you would like. Hands can be up to the sky. They can be reaching down. Take a few breaths of pause here. Find your stability. From that stability, find freedom, space. Move some of that energy up and out, down and out. 1 more breath in the lunge. Hands come down around your left foot. Curl the right toes under. Step up to the top of the mat. Halfway left to breathe in. Exhale, forward folds. Come all the way up to stand. Arms reach up to the sky. Hands collect back down to your heart center. Moving into the second side now. So your left foot stays down. Right knee starts to float. Feel the support, the strength, the stability, the balance through the left leg. And then send it back. Coming into your crescent on the right side. Any adjustments you need, feet at least hip width distance apart before you reach up. And then straighten both legs, bow down, pyramid variation. Come back up. Flow it down. Come back up. 1 more time, flow it down. Come back upright. And then you're gonna take off again. Right knee comes up into your chest. And then drop the right foot down. Stable on the right side, left foot lifts up. And then send it back into your warrior two. Front right heel will intersect the back arch of the left foot, stacking the joints. Reverse your warrior, left hand down the back leg, right arm up. Come into a high side angle, long through the left side. Shift, reverse it back. Moving and flowing the energy back forward, left arm extends. One more time, reverse. Into the side angle. Come back upright toward a warrior two. And then hands just come to rest behind your head. Strong and long through the torso. 3 oblique crunches, right elbow down towards the right thigh. And then back up. Keep the elbows pulling back. Hinge down. And up. One more time, down. And back up. Reverse triangle, both legs straight, left hand down, right hand up. Triangle Trikonasana, right hand down, left hand up. Gaze wherever you would like. Flip it back again. Windmill the right arm up to the sky, send it back down to the earth. Breath extends out through the soles of the feet, the fingertips. One more time, reverse. Traditional triangle, right hand down, left hand up. And then hands come down around the front foot. Square the hips off, hip width distance apart. Come into your low lunge, back leg comes down. Whatever variation you would like, hands can stay low, they can reach up to the sky. Find that stability and balance here. Come back to your intention. Let the practice, the movement, the release of energy meet you where you are right now. One more breath in low lunge. Hands come down around the front foot, stepping up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, and take a few breaths in your folds. Toe heel your feet a little bit farther apart. And then keeping your feet hip width distance apart, sink down into a chair pose. So hips back behind you, hands can come to your heart center. And keep your left foot on the ground, just pick your right heel up, cross it over the top of the left thigh. A little balance while you find an opening through the right hip. Hands can stay at the heart center, or you can even give a little assist, flexing through the right foot. If you want to go deeper with it, we're only here for another breath or two, but you can always lower down toward the earth, trying to hook that arm on the inside of the toes. One more breath. Come back up towards stand, release the right foot, and then sink back down again, chair pose. Pick the left foot up, cross it over, figure four, half pigeon in your chair. Hands can stay at heart center, they can come into assist. Check and make sure that the foot is flexed. Option to bow a little bit down as well. Looking to feel a stretch through the piriformis muscle from the sacrum over towards the leg bone, through the outer hip. One more breath. Release, come back up towards stand. Take an inhale, reach our arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then step back, just one downward facing dog today. Resist the urge to go through a vinyasa. Settle into this inversion. Take whatever modifications you need to meet you where you are today. If your lower back is tight, bend both knees, and they can stay that way. If your heels are really far from the floor, who cares? Let them stay far from the floor. Just feel long through the hamstrings, the lower back, even the glutes. Feel the connection pressing down through each fingertip, and especially that webbed space between the thumb and the forefinger, so that you can lock the arms securely into the shoulder socket. And from there, you have this freedom and space, and you can move through your head and your neck. Five more breaths. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then dropping down onto your hands and knees, crossing over into a seat. And coming into a boat pose. So you can keep the soles of the feet on the earth, you can keep your hands back behind your legs, or you can choose to lift up. Find some stability here, looking at your toes, pressing out through your feet. Option to always lengthen and extend the legs if you'd like. Find the balance. 2 more breaths. And then lower all the way down to the earth. Hug your knees up into your chest once you get there. Rock a little bit. Shift from side to side. Maybe come back to that counting of your breath as you find some space and movement for your hips, rocking. Happy baby, soles of the feet come up towards the sky. Holding on behind the legs, calves or feet. And then releasing your feet down. Bring the soles of the feet down to the earth. And bring your triceps down to the earth so your elbows are bent and your palms are pressing together. And imagine that you were holding something right above your belly. So you start to feel that strength and width across the top of the chest. As you do that, relax through the neck, the jaw, your breath. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, bridge pose. You can keep your robot arms here, or you can start to release them down. You can clasp, drawing the shoulders underneath you. Sometimes I like to reach my hands onto my ankles, get a little bit more lift. Find some brightness in your breath to put behind this heart opener. But still letting the practice meet you where you are, whatever variation you would like. 1 more breath. And then rolling all the way down from top to bottom. Once you get down, hug your knees up into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then rock and roll all the way up to a seat. Coming up to extend your legs out in front of you. And really engaging through the legs. So staff pose, feel the strength of your core, supporting everything in that same strength and width across your shoulders as there as your palms press down into the earth on the outsides of your hips. And then reach your right arm up to the sky and just lean over to the right. Keep hips locked, facing forward, just a big reach out of the right hip over to the side. Left elbow can bend, or as long as your hips stay in place, you can walk it out to the side. And then from there, start to slowly come forward. Bring the right hand wherever it lands on the outside of the right leg. Foot coming into this little folded twist. Hips are still squared ahead. Core is still engaged, still space in the front of the chest. Coming back upright the same way that you came into it. Right arm reaches up. Bring it back down and over. Reset the strength of the legs. Left arm reaches up. Reach over. Letting the practice meet you where you are, so let your breath do all the work in these expanded lifts and twists. Right elbow might need to bend to give you a little space if you start to go deeper. Right hip facing forward, left hip facing forward, and then slowly start to drop down. So it's like a twist, half fold hybrid. Keep pressing firmly into the left sit bone. If you feel it lifting up, back off of it a little bit. One more breath. Strong through the core and the chest. Lift back up, sweep the left arm up and over. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, Baddha Konasana. More space in the hips, heels can be closer. If you want to be a little chiller about it, just let the heels be a little farther away from your body. Maybe you feel compelled to just hold really still and solid in the center. Often I like to move and sway lightly. And before we come down towards Shavasana, just noticing any areas of tingling, of warmth, clarity. And just breathing into and appreciating those spaces that you created. Just by taking the time to shift your path, your mood, to literally get some energy and motion, emotions moving, rolling through. When you're ready, coming down onto your back and setting up for Shavasana. Legs can be extended if you're near a wall and want to take the legs up the wall variation. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet to the earth, knees up towards the sky. Like I was setting up for a bridge pose, but keeping my heels not as close to the glutes and just letting the psoas muscle, this big muscle, fall down with the support of gravity. Whatever variation of Shavasana you chose, finding a few moments of complete surrender. Eyes closed if it's comfortable, or just gazing at one spot on the ceiling. Relax through the crown of the head, the facial features, the neck. Relax through the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. The chest, belly, and that big deep psoas muscle, and the whole back, the spine, the back of the torso. Relax through the glutes, the hips, pelvis, the legs, and the feet. And start to deepen your breath. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. And then finding some movement through your fingers and your toes. If the soles of the feet are on that earth, maybe start to let your knees windshield wiper left and right. If you're flat on your back, take some big reaches until you're ready to bend your knees. And find this little shift from side to side. Eventually hugging your knees in toward your chest. And then rolling over onto whatever side you want. Resting your head on your bottom bicep. Fully present in this transition. And then using a top arm to press up to a seat, coming up to face forwards. Letting your palms come to rest on your legs for a moment before bringing your palms together at your heart center, bowing your fingertips down, or bowing your gaze down towards your fingertips. And taking a moment here to honor the time that you took. To stop, to let everything else go, to come into this space to focus and just move energy through. Allow all of those shifts to happen. And thumb knuckles up to your third eye center, honoring that light in everyone around you as well. And the light in me sees and honors the light in you. And our collective light sees and honors the light in everyone, everywhere. Thank you so much for your presence, your breath, your dedication to movement for freedom and space. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thanks, Yogi. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep practicing, stay healthy, support each other from afar, and we'll see you at Element Studios very, very soon.